What's up guys, cejaman here, and today we're going to be doing a video on my thoughts on the Walking Dead Season 7 premiere. You're probably not going to see this, but I got my Walking Dead figures right here that I just reviewed on my channel. So I don't normally do TV show reviews, especially Walking Dead. If you guys don't know, long story short, I read the graphic novels before the show came out and I fell in love with them. I think I got up to volume 4 or 5. I don't remember. I have them in my bookshelf here somewhere. But anyways, when the show came out, I was a fan. I love season 1. Season 1 is my favorite season, and I love the first episode. Now, I loved season 2. I loved Shane. Shane was awesome. I loved, for the most part, season 3, and after season 3 and season 4, like season 4, 5, and I guess you could say 4, 5, and 6, I kind of fell off. I was just watching the show here and there. And then, you know, when season 5 I didn't watch until it was on Netflix. Season 6 I didn't watch just until recently, until it was on Netflix, and I watched it all the way through, and I thought season 6 was great. Season 6 really did pick up for me, and of course, you know, the whole cliffhanger with Negan. You know, I saw that episode months ago for the season finale. Whoa, there goes Daryl. Yeah, I saw season 6 months ago, and it was a good season. I really liked it a lot. The season finale, the cliffhanger, you know, I was like on the edge when I found out Jeffrey D. Morgan was going to be cast as Negan. It was just like, I love the guy. The guy's awesome. Anyways, so, you know, months going on, and just recently I watched the whole season on Netflix, season 6, and I was pumped. I'm ready. You know, I heard that they filmed like all kinds of death scenes to confuse the audience and whatnot. Anyways, so going into season 7, episode 1 of season 7, and holy crap, man! The reason why I'm doing this review is because this episode was so like on the edge. Like, it was intense. It had my anxiety level up all the way from the beginning until end. Now, this is going to be spoiler reviews. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it. So, you know, going into the episode, I knew in the back of my head it was either going to be Glenn, Maggie, for sure Abraham. I heard there was going to be 2 deaths, but I didn't believe it. And then when the beginning of the episode, when he picked finally that it was Abraham, I was like, okay, for sure, you know, it's going to be Abraham. So he kills him, right? And I was like, dude, that's pretty graphic. And then, you know, he's beating him repeatedly, and I was just like, wow. I didn't have much of like a connection with the character, but he was still, you know, it was still sad to see him go. So anyways, you know, it's going through the episode, and Daryl socks Negan, right? I did not think he was going to kill someone else, and out of nowhere, literally, right, out of nowhere, he bashes Glenn over the head. And I mean, it is what it is, because it happened in the comics. Everything happened, the eye popping out, it was all, you know, comic accurate. That caught me off guard. I literally jumped and was like, whoa, you know, that threw me off. Like, when I saw that, and he comes back up and he's like out of it and his eyes bulging out, and, you know, Maggie's right there, that was such like it was graphic, dude. It was like so graphic. And then he's beating him, and you see Rick throughout the episode just like revisiting all this in his head, and he's like losing his mind, you know what I mean? And it was an intense episode, probably the most. All right, sorry about that, guys. My card got full and I had to reset everything. But like I was saying, I mean, it was a pretty graphic episode, probably the most graphic and intense episode I've seen from The Walking Dead. It probably the most brutal deaths too. One I can say that was kind of up there, and then this one took it, was the death of, I think it was Noah, the guy who played from Everybody Hates Chris. It was the scene where him and Glenn were in the phone booth, I believe it was, in season 5, I think. Maybe season 6, I don't remember. You guys can let me know in the comments below, but yeah, this was a really graphic episode. It was sad, and I was thinking to myself, you know, before the show aired, I was like, all right, someone's gonna die. It's gonna be Glenn, Maggie, or Abraham. Those are the 3 that I had a feeling it was gonna be. But you go into this knowing someone's gonna die, you're gonna be like, all right, they're gonna die, that's it. But once it happens, you're not prepared for it. Like, once it happened, you're just like, holy crap. I didn't think it was gonna affect me the way it did. I mean, I know it's just a show, but I mean, Glenn has been there since season 1. He's one of the original ones, along with Rick, Carol, and now, what's his name? The guy that was on the first episode of season 1. Totally forgot his name. He's the one that fights with the bow. I forgot his name. But anyways, oh man, it was brutal episode. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan, holy crap. He's just like Shane. He was a guy you love to hate, and it's just like he plays a badass so good. This guy, I'm anxious to see where season 7 goes, and this is just the start of season 7, so I'm pretty sure it's going to still get worse before it gets better. And I mean, the entire episode just kept me on the edge of my seat. Like when he took Rick for that truck drive, or that drive in the trailer, and he's having that conversation with them. He throws his axe outside, and everything throughout that whole scene. Then when he takes him back to his crew, and he makes him chop off, or he tells him to chop off his kid's arm, and it's just like, wow, man, like I really thought he was gonna do it. I was like, okay, so Rick's not gonna be the one that loses it. It's gonna be Shane. I'm sorry, not Shane, Carl, because in the comics, Rick loses his hand. But when he stops him, I was like. And that was like towards the end of the episode. I'm telling you, this episode was awesome. This brought me back into watching The Walking Dead, because a lot of the times in the past few seasons they have episodes that are just kind of boring. They kind of just drag out. But if they keep it like this, you know what I mean, like intense and just all this drama going on, I'm definitely going to be excited for it. But that's my quick thoughts on this. I mean, the whole Glenn and Abraham, it was a brutal death. And they teased us of Glenn dying last year when he hid under the dumpster. I knew he wasn't going to die, but after that you knew something was going to happen to him. But like I said, you're expecting him to die, and you're like, all right, he's going to be the one that dies. But then once it happens, you're like, oh my god, it's sad. It was sad. It was a sad episode, and to see him go, and then I watched The Talking Dead and everything, it was pretty sad. Abraham took it like a man. The guy took it like a man. And then there was that leaked Maggie death that leaked on the internet, and they showed when it was her that got hit by Negan, that he was the one picked, or she was the one picked over Abraham. So I think they shot several death scenes from several of the characters, so I hope we get to see those online. But yeah, man, I mean, it was gruesome. It was crazy. And then like the line he says at when he beats Glenn, where he's like, my bat's a vampire bat and it's thirsty and she's thirsty. That was crazy with Lucille. Makes you want to get the McFarlane baseball bat that Negan has with the barbed wire on it. So I might pre-order that. But yeah, it was a gruesome episode. It left me. Like my heart was beating throughout the episode, like nonstop, seriously. Like, and it's been a long time since a television show or movie has left me like that. This was a fantastic episode. And then I was reading on social media, because I follow Greg Nicotero and The Walking Dead Instagram, and people were cursing at Greg Nicotero, like, F you, how could you do this, blah, 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 blah. But it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? The characters are gonna die. And it happened in the comics. They're not gonna live forever. So I don't understand the whole, anger of that. I mean, I get you're sad and everything, because I was, but I mean, you don't got to get angry and start cursing them out. Anyways, and another thing about the show was the whole Daryl. When Daryl socked Negan was the reason basically why Negan killed another character, which was Glenn. And I wonder how this is going to like pan out with Daryl. Like, does he feel guilty? What's going to happen to him? Because they took him, Negan took him with him, but he left Rick and his group to do their own thing to, obviously supply for Negan. But I mean, I'm really anxious to see where this is going to go. And then, now that Rick's not the leader anymore, but I'm pretty sure they're going to fight back. They are definitely going to fight back. But we'll see though. We'll see, because in the comics, Negan and Rick work together. So we'll see how it goes. You guys let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think about the episode? How gruesome was it for you? Seeing Glenn with his eye popping out, then after he bashes him so many times and he's twitching on the floor. Got me right here, man. It was very, very gruesome. It kept me on the edge the entire episode. But there's so many commercials, man. That's one thing that was bugging me. But that's my thoughts on it, guys. I thought it was a fantastic episode. Very gruesome, very gory. It went beyond what I was expecting it to be. But you guys let me know in the comments below. Do you guys want to see me review more Walking Dead episodes? Let me know. Yeah, I mean, I basically did this because I wanted to get this out because it was such a crazy episode. And then somebody had also mentioned in the comments if I can review this. But let me know, guys, if you guys want me to review more Walking Dead episodes. Thumbs up the video. Let me know in the comments below. Again, let me know what you guys thought about this. Who did you think was going to die before going into this episode? Give it a video a thumbs up. See you guys later. Peace.